Welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to be installing this radio into my 79 Toyota pickup 4x4. It's actually going to be hardwired in because the previous owner cut the whole entire radio harness out of it, so I kind of have to hardwire it in. I can't find another harness for it. I wanted to try putting a stock radio in it, but unfortunately they're very hard to find and they're super expensive if you find one. Even if it's not working, they're super expensive. So anyways, a couple of things you need to do. From what I did is I ordered some wire, so that way I can hardwire it in, and then I got to mount this on there. But first of all, I'm just going to mount this and then go from there, and then after that trim this up to fit, to make sure it, let me see, I don't know if you guys can see that, make sure it can fit on this really nice and snug, and then go from there and then hardwire it in from there. So for starters, I'm gonna go see if I can go actually in the truck and take the stock, or take this unit in there and make it, see if I can make brackets or what I could do to make it fit. My objective is to make this in this area as much as possible, because this is where the stock radio went. And for some of you that I've talked to about this, I know you guys don't want me to trim this, but I have another spare one that's actually kind of a little bit better condition. As you can see, the previous owner did trim this out already because he had another radio in there, and that radio just was really crappy. It was really old and crappy, and then it just, obviously it wasn't stock either. So anyways, this is going to be cut out as much as I can to make this fit, and then whatever is not cut out, I'm going to make it, grind it down, fill it out with plastic filler, and then sand it and possibly repaint it, and then go from there. So never mind the mess in here. Kind of working on another project. Well, actually I'm not. I'm actually helping someone else with the project. But as you can see, I already have all this stuff out. If you have a truck that's like 79 through 83, I think this goes up to actually 80 or 81. It has these same little knobs. To take out the little panel, there's a couple screws just along the top and the bottom. You do have to take off this center console to take this off, just to get that, just to pull this little panel off. But yeah, anyway, these tabs right here, this little holes are, I'm gonna have to trim a little bit up on those. Same thing on this side, just trim that off. There's like a little sharp edge from the guy, or previous owner from me. He trimmed it there as well. So I'm going to try trimming that a little bit back more on that side, and then on that side that's going to come up a little bit, so that way this can come up a little bit more, because this panel will prevent me from let's see, hang on, will prevent me from actually mounting it without cutting it. I don't know if that makes sense. But let me see. Alright, so now I'm back. So I had to clean a lot of this stuff up. Anyways, I'm gonna take out pretty much the whole skeleton. Alright, I'm back. So you're gonna want to use a 10mm socket to take off those bolts on the bottom of the dash, or the skeleton, and then the bolts that hold the dash to the cab on the top are also 10. And then you need to remove this too, unless you want this to come out with the actual skeleton. But it's better just to take that out, so just the skeleton falls down. Or actually remove this first. But I don't think, when I first took it apart, I removed the glove box, but I don't think you have to remove the glove box if you're taking the whole skeleton out. I think you just leave it on there. But yeah, so I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse so I take all this out, and then we'll go from there. So the bolts on there are 12.
So now, what I was saying is, let's see, yeah, that little wire, this wire right here, it's really short. That's where the speedometer, that needs to unplug first, and then just make sure you take note of what wire goes where, while you're taking this apart. Let me see if I can get this to focus here. There we go. So, I don't know, yours might be different than mine, depending what year it is. I'm not too sure what Toyota, if they changed anything else, but yeah, so just make sure you keep note of where, you know, which wire plugged into where. And if you are taking this apart, it's a good idea to upgrade these to LEDs. I was going to do that last time, but I decided not to. I'm not too sure if I want to keep it green, if I want to make it go white, but yeah. Anyways, so just unplug those, and then this comes off. This whole entire cluster comes out, and then you start going from there on the inside. So real quick, so my my dash cap, it's already going to be able to come off, but there's these little clips that's underneath here. You got to pinch them. I don't know if you could see this. See if I can zoom in on that. These, you got to pinch them for it to come out, and then you push up. There's multiple of them. I know there's one right here on this side. I can't remember if there's more than just one. Yeah, there's like two on this side, one here, and then one like around this area. And there's just a couple around the dash. Or throughout the dash. Just got to pinch them and then push up. Be very careful though, because it is really delicate. Mind you, this truck is a 79, so everything on this truck is really delicate and everything's deteriorating pretty much. Coming back to this part, you just got to take off the wires. They go on the bottom. Just go where you're. If you have AC, it comes over here. And these little metal clips, you just gotta pop them out of it, and it comes out freely. And then take out your defroster vents or tubes. You gotta take those off in order to get to this back one back here. This comes off, and then also too, this piece, before you pull it, this piece is connected inside the hood or under the hood. You gotta just pull this wire off. You gotta pull this wire off where it goes into the heater cord, the little passageway. So yeah. So now just make sure you pull this out, get this out of the way. You don't want that to break because it's very. You don't want that to break because it's very expensive and it's hard to find. So now we're back here, and I think I'm good to go. I think I have everything off the bottom. Yeah, so it's just the top that's holding it. And now I'm gonna put this back on where my 10 is. Make sure you get a swivel adapter. It makes it way easier and get a longer extension. If you have a little electronic ratchet or impact ratchet, use it. Definitely makes it go by faster rather than just trying to do it by hand. You can do it by hand, but I chose to use this because it's faster. much room because I got someone parked next to me. So, and it's kind of good to have someone to help you out because it is a little bit heavy. And it's kind of awkward to work with when it's you know what I mean, it's just long. So I'm gonna do my best to take this out. Hopefully I don't scratch anything up. So I'll do my best to take this out.